Fowler in the red. Main event. Championship. Submission underground champion. Mason Fowler has pulled guard Olympic champion Ishii on top. Oh, Ishii's heavy. He is just shutting the action down. Look at Mason trying to come underneath. Mason bringing that forearm through, trying to frame. Ishii's just freezing the tape. I mean, look at this. Ishii has literally frozen the action. He has frozen the action. All right, Mason going to plan B. Coming back to guard and now even looking rubber guard. Ishii's only got two options here. Option one is to posture. Option two is to push in. No in between. Notice how Ishii's head is right by Mason's head. That's where he needs to be. There's not a lot of action that can happen here from Ishii. Ishii is on defense, right? Mason's starting to come out. He's thinking shoulder lock. Very interesting position. Ishii looked to slow the action. He's going to have to speed something up here. He is not going to want Mason Fowler to begin to rotate. Think of Fowler's head, guys. Look at his head and imagine if he rotates his head towards Ishii's feet. If he does that, yep, he's doing it right now. That's what's going to change the angle. If he changes the angle, there is going to be massive amounts of pressure applied to the shoulder of the Olympic champion. Now Fowler started to think Kimura. Ishii's options are very limited here. If Fowler is to break the grip of Ishii, Ishii is going to have to roll. If he rolls, Fowler is going to be in a perfect position for a straight armbar. Ishii needs to sit up. He needs to sit up. Ishii needs to sit up. He's starting to pass here. He's passed around Mason. He secured that position, gets an underhook, comes back out on top. Ishii is absolutely freezing the action. That's okay. I'm not clear on what the strategy to win is, but I'm watching. I'm engaged here. Ishii is grabbing Mason, freezing, trying to stop Mason from moving. Mason going back to a shoulder lock position. Ishii clears out for a moment, dives back in. One takeaway Vinny had when Vinny took on Mason was the strength of the champion. Vinny said, man, I got to tell you, he was surprisingly strong, talking of Mason Fowler. Said, I knew that he was very good. I did not know he was that strong. Mason comes in at under 200 pounds, around 196. And Vinny said he's as strong as anybody I've felt, including heavyweights. I bring that to you because I personally had the same experience with Ishii. I worked out with him at Mark Munoz's Rain Training Center in California, and I remember the workout because I remember the strength of Ishii. Now, Ishii is about 220, 218. He's a bigger guy. Maybe it wasn't a surprise strength, but it was a strength that I remember to this day, and this workout was in 2014. To this day, I can remember the strength, and I feel as though Ishii is invoking that strength on Mason. Mason's starting to look triangle. I don't have the best angle here, but it looks as though one of Ishii's arms is out. That's a problem for Ishii. Ishii would want both arms in. Mason really trying to get an angle here. Guys, I was just given some information, and this is not a joke. You're going to think I'm kidding. I am not. All right. All right, this regulation has expired. Guys, stay with me here and don't go anywhere. We are going to redo, after the main event, we are going to redo the overtime round of Cowboy Cerrone and RDA. I will repeat that. When this main event is over, we are going to redo the overtime round of RDA and Cowboy Cerrone. Mason won the toss. He deferred to Ishii.
One hand on the ground or both through. Ready? Oh, one hand on the ground. One hand on the ground.
Guys, I do not know with what authority or who made the... Okay, Mason's out. Wow. The clock says 4 seconds. I believe that was closer to 3, and now Mason is on the back. 2 seconds officially. That could be the difference maker in this contest.
Ready? Go!
That could be the difference maker in this contest. The champion was able to escape Ishii in 2 seconds and is now locking in his patented body triangle. We have talked about this position all night, but I don't know if anybody does a body triangle better or tighter than Mason Fowler. You will recall it is how he became champion. It is the very precise position he had on Craig Jones. Ishii has beat the body triangle, but he has not escaped the position. Fowler holding on. Ishii needs an explosive movement. Guys, I can talk to you of the X's and O's on how you can escape a body triangle or a rear naked choke. I can show you could master it and become a black belt. It takes an explosive movement. Above everything else, you must explode. You must go very quickly. You must turn your body in one direction and then rotate it the opposite direction as a means to come back out on top. Ishii has yet to explode. He is playing this by the numbers. By the numbers, I mean, okay, your hands are giving me a problem. Let me come up. Let me fight with your hands. This is not 2 + 2 = 4. This is going to require an explosive movement, which I am not seeing from Ishii, and we have 10 seconds remaining. I can hear them breathing. That round has retired. Again, guys, Mason just clocked up 2 minutes. Mason was able to escape in 2 seconds. 2 seconds for Ishii, 2 minutes for Mason. A submission ends it all. Ishii opting to go for an arm.
One hand on the ground.
This is the Olympic champion.
Go!
Mason Fowler is out. Wow. We go to the third stanza. Fowler is out again and possibly outdid his 2 seconds. I am being told in my ear the official time is 3 seconds. So 5 seconds in total that Mason was held against his will. Ishii doing everything right by the numbers. This is a position that requires explosiveness. Mason hanging on. Does not have the body triangle, but boy, he's got a tight grip and he is controlling the hips of Ishii. The body triangle is just a way to control the hips. Here the hips are starting to get away. Mason's going to need to come on top or he's going to lose the position. It looks as though Mason doesn't mind losing the position. I don't see him with the same kind of urgency right now as I have seen earlier. I believe he knows where the clock is at. I believe he knows this is rudimentary at this point. There is an armbar opportunity if he wants to swing his right leg over. I don't know that the champ is interested. And just as I say that, he goes for the armbar. Ishii pulls out. And we move to the next stanza. It is going to take a submission by Ishii. He's going to be afforded the security of an arm.
You guys both ready? Ready, go!
Fowler again. Wow. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Is how quickly Mason has escaped. 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and 2 seconds over the Olympic champion. Nobody has had a year like Mason Fowler. All right. Fowler. Again, you'll notice that Fowler is securing that leg. Oh, and he taps. He tapped Ishii. All right, this one's over. That was fascinating to me, guys. I apologize. I am a little distracted. I have told you already, do not go anywhere. We are not done. They are going to redo the overtime between Cowboy Cerrone and RDA. Kevin Keeney is in the ring. Mason Fowler is still champion. Kevin Keeney.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by submission by armbar at 11 seconds in the bottom half of overtime round number 3. And still SUG absolute champion of the world, Mason Fowler.
No one has had a 2020 like Mason.